Hi everyone, myself Praveena. I am the Assistant Professor of Mathematics in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. Today I want to discuss the Gauss Seidel method in matrices and calculus. This is our topic today. Okay, it is a numerical technique. Okay, this is Gauss Seidel method. Mainly, it is useful for finding unknown values of x, y, z for the linear system of equations. That method is Gauss Seidel iteration method. Mainly, this method is used to solve diagonally dominant system. Diagonally dominant means in the given linear system of equations, their dominant values are higher compared to the remaining values. Procedure: check whether the given system is diagonally dominant system or not. If it is a diagonally dominant system, then rewrite the given system as diagonally dominant if possible. If the given system is diagonally dominant, then express the variables having large coefficients in terms of other variables. Okay, this is the main concept. What is the concept? Here the Gauss Seidel is the linear system of equations. For example, if you are considering the equation form ax plus by plus cz or ax1 plus bx2 plus ex3. Okay, similarly, you can consider three equations. In the three equations, diagonal elements are large compared to the other elements. For that case only, this Gauss Seidel method is possible. Here for finding x1, x2, x3, okay, here what are the linear equations form? a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3 is equal to b1. Next, a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a23 x3 is equal to b2. Next, a31 x1 plus a32 x2 plus a33 x3 is equal to b3. Okay, these are the linear system of equations. Here we have to find unknown values of x1, x2, x3. For that case, what are the diagonal elements from that? a11, a22, a33. That has compared to the other elements that are the large values. That means this a1, a2 and a3. Okay, for that how to find first x1, first iteration for that, x1 is equal to, write it as 1 by a11 b1 minus a12 x2 minus a13 x3. x2 is 1 by a22 into b2 minus a21 x1 minus a23 x3. x3 is equal to 1 by a33 b3 minus a31 x1 minus a32 x2. Write the first approximation to the solution with the initial solution x1 power 0, x2 power 0, x3 power 0. What about the main concept here? We have to find out unknown values of x1, x2, x3. For finding the unknown values of x1, x2, x3, first write it as the equations. From the first equation write x1, for the second equation write x2, and from the third equation write x3. Okay, this is the first approximation. We can find the values of. How to get first approximation means here that the symbols are we can consider as x1 power 0, x2 power 0 and x3 power 0. Here the solution is not given, take 0 solution as initial solution, that is 0, 0, 0. Okay, this is the concept, and after getting the first approximation value, then we can continue the second approximation by using the previous values. Already we know that x1 power 0 value, x1 power 0 value, x2 power 0 value and x3 power 0 value. There we can substitute the first equations. What are the first equation? This is the first equation, this is the second equation and this is the third equation. First we have to substitute the first initial values in the next approximation, that is first initial approximation over. By using that initial approximation values, we get first approximation, that is there we can substitute x2 power 0 value and x3 power 0 value for getting the first approximation x1 power 1. And next for if you know the x1 power 1 value, then we can substitute that x1 power 1 value in the second equation, that is x2 power 1. We get x2 power 1 value. And next, if you know the x1 power 1 and x2 power 1, then substitute in x3 power 1. That is, we get x3 power 1 value. Okay, this is the first approximation by using initial values. Similarly, second approximation, okay, continue the procedure up to the similar values. Second approximation and continue up to the similar values. Continue up to the similar values. Okay, not only first approximation, second approximation, this procedure continued up to the similar values of x1, x2 and x3. Okay, then I'm using the first question by using Gauss Seidel method to solve the linear system of equations. Okay, for the first equation form, 10x plus y plus z is equal to 12. 2x plus 10y plus z is equal to 13. 2x plus 2y plus 10z is equal to 14. What about our main concept is in Gauss Seidel method means diagonally dominant values in the given linear system of equations. Their x coefficient is 10 and y coefficient is 10 and z coefficient is 10. Compared to the all equations, in the first equation compared to the yz coefficient, x coefficient is large. Similarly, for the second equation, compared to x and z values, y coefficient is large. Similarly, compared to the third equation, xy values, that is the large value. Now we can apply that means that equations are diagonally dominant values. For that case, we can find out the unknown values of x, y, z by using Gauss Seidel concept. First main concept is we have to verify the diagonal elements are large or not compared to the other elements. Okay, there that condition is satisfied. Then you can continue the next procedure for finding x, y and z values. Okay, there for the first equation, I'll take x, that is 1 by 10 into 12 minus y minus z. Y is equal to 1 by 10 into 13 minus 2x minus z, and z is equal to 1 by 10 into 14 minus 2x minus 2y. These are x and y and z equations for finding unknown values of x, y and z by using the iteration concept. Okay, here we can initially take x, y, z values. Okay, initially we can consider y power 0, z power 0. For getting the first iteration value. Okay, that means x power 1 is equal to 1 by 10 into 12 minus y power 0 minus z power 0. And the second equation, if you get the value for the first x power 1, okay, there we can consider y is 0 and z is 0. Here we can substitute, we get 12 by 10. That is 1.2. Okay, there we can substitute that value in the y equation for getting the y iteration value. Okay, that means there we can substitute 1 by 10 into 13 minus 2 into 1.2 minus z value initially we can consider as 0. Okay, further we get the second iteration value. Okay, and next similarly z power n. If you get x power n and y power 1, then you can substitute the two values in third equation. For that we can get z power n. That is the concept here I am writing. We start iteration by taking y power 0 is equal to 0 and z power 0 is equal to 0. In one we get, okay, we get the first value as 1.2 already discussed. And similarly, if you get x power 1 as 1.2, substitute in the second equation with the z is equal to 0. There we can get y power 1 as 1.06. Okay, and similarly, if you got x power 1 as 1.2 and y power 1 as 1.06. Substitute in the third equation. Substitute in the third equation. What about the third equation? 1 by 10 into 14 minus 2 into x power 1 minus 2 into y power 1. There we can substitute. We get the answer is 0.948. This is the first iteration for substituting the initial values of y is 0, z is 0. According to that, from the next equation, we get the values. After that, then we can substitute continuity procedure. Substituting the values and get the x power 1 as 1.2 and y power 1 as 1.06 and z power 1 as 0.948. By using these iteration values, we get the second iteration. That is, second iteration equation is 1 by 10 into 12 minus y power 1 minus z power 1. Okay, so y power 1 already we know that. Whatever the value for that, y power 1 as 1.06. 1.06. Z power 1 as 0.948. Substitute there. Again in the fourth equation, we get the second iteration value for the x power 2. By using that x power 2 value, there we can substitute that x power 2 and z power 1 in the fifth equation. We get y power 2 value. Okay, from using x power 2 and y power 2 values, we can get from the sixth equation z power 2 value. Okay, for this concept, compulsory scientific calculators are compulsory for getting the answers for the first iteration, second iteration, and similarly all iterations. This procedure is continue up to the similar value. Therefore, x power 1 is equal to 1.2 and y power 1 is equal to 1.06. If you are substituting that values in the next, we get z power 1 as 0.948. Okay. Therefore, from the second iteration, we get, that is first iteration values, already it's over. By using the first iteration values, we get the second iteration. That is x power 2 is equal to 0.992, y power 2 is equal to 1.005 and z power 2 is equal to 0.999. Once observe for the first iteration and initial iteration and the second iteration, if all values are same, then we stop the procedure or else continue the procedure. Here, this is not similar values up to the second iteration. Then go for the third iteration by using the second iteration values. Okay, for that x power 3 equation, 1 by 10 into 12 minus 1.005, that is x power 2 value, minus z power 2 value 0.999. We get 1. Similarly, for getting the third iteration value, 1 by 10 into 13 minus 2.0 minus 0.999, we get 1. And similarly, z power 3, by using x power 3 and y power 3 values, 1 by 10 into 14 minus 2 is equal to 1. Okay, hence the third iteration values of x, y, z are x power 3 is equal to 1 and y power 3 is equal to 1 and z power 3 is equal to 1. Okay, similarly, okay, continue that procedure. Once observe, compared to the last iteration values, there we get x power 3 has exactly 1 and y power 3 has exactly 1 and z power 3 has exactly 1. Okay, once observe the fourth iteration also. If fourth iteration also same means, then we have to stop the procedure. Okay, similarly, fourth iteration values, again by using the same third iteration values, we get again x power 4 as 1. That means how we are getting that x power 4? X power 4 is equal to equation 1 by 10 into 12 minus y power 1, y power 3 minus z power 3. 1 by 10 into 12 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, There we get x power 4 as 1. Similarly, substitute that x power 4 value in the second y power 4, we get y power 4. And similarly, we get z power 4 values. Okay, after getting this fourth iteration, again we get the same values. Okay, then x power 4 as 1, y power 4 as 1, and z power 4 as 1. Okay, therefore, once observe the table form, after getting all iterations, then the first iteration values are 1.20 and y value 1.06 and z value 0.95 and second iteration 0.999, 1.005 and 0.999. Once observe here, these two are not similar. Okay, we get the difference, many difference. After using the third iteration, we get x is 1 and y is 1 and z is 1. And the fourth iteration also, x is 1 and y is 1 and z is 1. Once observe here, third and fourth iterations are similar. Therefore, third and fourth iterations are same. Then we stop the procedure. We can get the values of unknown values of the linear system of equations. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 and z is equal to 1. Okay, this is the concept for the Gauss Seidel iteration method. What is the concept? Once again I'll repeat. This is the main, it is useful. This is one of the numerical technique from the Gauss Seidel method is diagonally dominant method. Okay, by using that linear system of equations, first initially we can consider as y is 0 and z is 0. From that we get the initial approximation. By using that values we get the first iteration values, and by using the first iteration values we get the second iteration, and after if these three are same means then we stop the procedure or else continue up to the similar values. Here first and second iterations are not same, then I'll continue with the third iteration. Therefore the third iteration values are x1, y1 and z1, and I'll continue with the fourth iteration for verifying if it is similar or not. After verifying there, the fourth iterations also same, x is 1 and y is 1 and z is equal to 1. Therefore we stop the procedure. Therefore the given system of linear equations that unknown values are x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 and z is equal to 1. This is the Gauss Seidel concept. Next class we will discuss with the other topics. Thank you for all.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.